Hey there, Imaginext fans. This is Wesatron. Today we're going to be taking a look at Mattel's Fisher-Price Imaginext Alpha Explorer set. I got this set at Target, and they had marked it down from I think $32 or $33 down to $25. So because they were doing a buy one get one 50% off sale, I went ahead and grabbed it. As you can see, this is a massive box. This is really big. This is a 6-inch scale Luke Skywalker figure next to it, and you can see this box is just enormous. So the box itself shows off most of the play features of everything. You can't shoot the missiles or anything, but you can work a little bit with the elevator here, or the lift. The wings piece you can go ahead and open and close on here, and then the electronics are here if you want to do those, which you can do by turning this guy. Very cool. And then very cool stuff, right? Then you can of course close this back if you want. And then up here, if you rotate this piece here, you can see it kind of looks like a transport beam or something, which is very cool. The back is just one big giant explanation of how all the parts work, and then some cross cells down here on the bottom so you can see what other toys you can buy from the line. So the space line is pretty cool from Imaginext. I really like what they're doing with it, and thought I would go ahead and get this out of the box and we can take a look at it closer up. And here's the Alpha Explorer out of packaging, and this is a very cool little playset. They did a lot of fun play features to kind of up the experience level for your kids, which is very cool. As we showed already, you open and close the little connector pieces here, I guess the fueling parts, by this switch over here.
Ready for takeoff.
And when you actually remove this guy from the platform, it makes fun little noises on the actual ship itself. Now on the ship, I did show you it's got the little wings you can adjust here and there, and then here's the two missile launchers, which do actually shoot pretty hard, which is very cool. Now once you've actually got this in powered up mode,
Alpha Explorer ready to go.
It makes up all kinds of its own noises. So primarily like laser sounds, powering up sounds, things like that, but very, very cool on its own. This is a very nice little device. The speakers on the bottom here, there's no on and off switch for the electronics on this piece, but it does have a nice cockpit right here, which the figure can fit into very easily. So very, very cool, and that does kind of lock down a little bit, but I have found that this is a little bit softer plastic, so this may pop up while you're playing with it, but not a huge deal. There is a giant rod that goes through here. It is very tough, and will make it so that it's a little bit sturdier and won't just break on opening and closing it too many times, which is very cool. So when you actually put this back down as well, there's two buttons on the bottom here that activate all the electronics, and there's one on this side so that when you put it back down here,
Prepare to refuel.
and you just close this back.
Refueling spaceship.
Very cool stuff. I like that a lot. Now, we've got the little pilot here. He's got his space gear on, and that's where one of the missiles went, right there. And if I can actually get it out of here, there we go. There's a little lever right here on the lift. You just turn that up, and as you do, you can see it kind of turns with him, and it puts him right in front of the cockpit. So this can actually be like the equivalent of a catwalk to walk to his cockpit, which is very cool. I like that a lot. And that does lock into place up there, so it's not just going to like tump back over, which is very cool. So you can actually have your kids play with that. And you just unlock it, and it slides right back down. Very, very cool stuff. Over here, this was included separately in the package, and it's kind of just a stretchy piece of plastic. And in one of the pictures, it has the kid actually like pulling it up and holding it up. So I guess this is kind of supposed to be either maintenance or additional fuel or something. But there is a handle on the side here if you want your captain to hold it. Up at the top here, we have another missile launcher, which fires with a little button here. You can see it also fires very hard. And that rotates here at this piece and also goes up and down on its own axis, which is very cool. It can also be removed and fit into this hole in the back of the ship. So if you were to take the hole off again, or the ship off, Lots of sound effects. You can fit it right down in this hole on the back, which it is a very tight fit, but it will fit in there, and it makes for a very big and fun and silly spaceship, which I like a lot. It looks really goofy, but very like fun 90s kid sci-fi. I like it a lot. Very neat. So, like I said though, that is very tough, and as you turn it, it will work its way out of that hole, but it does stay in here pretty solidly. This is a much easier fit for it. And the missiles are all interchangeable between all 3 missile launching points. So the only other big play feature that this really has is this little transporter beam up here. So if you were to take another figure and put him inside this, because there are footholes there for another Imaginext figure to fit, you twist it around him, it looks like some kind of either transporter or maybe even a prism, depending on what you want to use it for. That's the best part about Imaginext, is you get to decide how to play with it.
Time to go home.
Lots of sound effects. And then this rotates in and out here, so you can kind of get it out of your way if you needed to, if you want to. So very cool set. If you actually have the ship off of it, and you've got the figures kind of doing their own thing off to the side, it's actually a pretty light set. This is not very heavy. It'd be really easy for your kid to cart it around to different areas, but it's nice and stable too, like not up against the wall. You know, it doesn't fall over very easily. So if you weren't moving it around a lot, it would still hold up. I mean, it's a very sturdy toy. The plastic is all got a little bit of flex to it, so that it'll kind of take a beating, as opposed to being too rigid where it'll just break in half. So it's a tough toy. Lots of action features, tons of missiles, a great figure who does have a removable helmet, very cool. Yeah, this is a really, really cool set, and as I said, I only paid $25 for it, so I think it's a really, really good deal as well. Especially for all of the play features you get and all of the electronics. Very cool. So, that's about it for this review. The details are actually quite good. I will zoom in on them a little bit, just so you can get a final look at them. This guy fits in there pretty nicely. That helmet kind of pushes up on the cockpit a little bit, but let's go ahead and zoom in just a little bit for a final look. So here's the top of the spaceship. As we pan down, see, it's got these big turbines, very cool. This is the switch that opens and closes the wings, which have their own little texture on them. On the fuel pipelines, I guess, here, we've got some nice texturing there too, some cross-hatching. We've got a nice grate pattern here on the lift. There are peg holes for the feet in the bottom of the lift here. More little gears and things, more grating, so it kind of just looks like natural spaceship type stuff. Very cool. Now the robot is not included. This is one of the individual packed figures that you could get. And then the missile pod's got some nice texturing up there. Some nice science fiction details here, and big, you know, buttons and things like that. And then this up here, if you couldn't see from far away, is a clear plastic. So very, very, very cool. And up here, of course, the Imaginext eye, because branding is everywhere. So very, very cool set here. Lots of great detail. So overall, this is a great set for about 25 or 30 bucks. You get the spaceship, you get the space station, you get the action figure, you get all of the play features, including the wings, the missile launchers, the sound effects, the fuel rods, the little transporter or prison, depending on what you want to call it, the lift. There's a lot to enjoy here. I think this is a definite buy for a kid of any age. I think the recommended age is 3 to 8, but I know my nephews still enjoy it, and they're getting a little bit older, so very, very cool stuff. Definitely recommended for parents who have kids who are interested in space exploration, interested in science fiction, or just interested in cool, like airplanes, spaceships, stuff like that. Just anything fun. Kid with an adventurous mind is going to love Imaginext. So that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And if you have any questions or comments, please throw them in the box below, and I'll be glad to answer them for you. Anything at all that I may have glossed over, please let me know, and I'll help you out. So thanks a lot for tuning in. I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.